Intro music, midnight to 0:30. Host, welcome to Politics Uncovered, the podcast where we dive into the latest developments in the world of politics. I'm your host, Naim, and today we're discussing a bill that's unlikely to pass Congress, but seems to have a peculiar hold on former President Donald Trump. The SAVE Act, a piece of legislation aimed at significant changes in the U.S. immigration system, has been met with skepticism from both sides of the aisle. Yet, Trump refuses to let it die. Let's explore why. Segment 1, Introduction to the SAVE Act, 0:30 to 5 o'clock. Host, the SAVE Act, or the Secure America's Visa Entry Act, is a comprehensive immigration reform bill that Trump has been championing. Despite its ambitious goals, the bill faces an uphill battle in Congress, with many lawmakers expressing concerns over its viability and potential consequences. However, Trump's persistence in supporting this doomed legislation raises questions about his motives. Segment 2, Trump's Motivations, 5 to 12 o'clock. Host, so, why is Trump so invested in a bill that's unlikely to pass? One possible reason is that it allows him to maintain a tough stance on immigration, a core issue for his base. By continuing to push for the SAVE Act, Trump can claim he's fighting for his supporters' values, even if the bill ultimately fails. This strategy enables him to keep the spotlight on himself and his policies, rather than allowing the legislative process to move on without him. Segment 3, Political Calculations, 12 to 1800 hours. Host, another theory is that Trump may actually prefer the bill to fail. If it does, he can blame the Democrats and the establishment Republicans for blocking his agenda, further galvanizing his base. This us versus them narrative has been a hallmark of Trump's political career, and it's possible he's using the SAVE Act as a tool to keep this narrative alive. By framing the bill's failure as a defeat at the hands of his opponents, Trump can continue to fuel the perception that he's fighting against a corrupt system. Conclusion, 18 to 2000 hours. Host, in conclusion, the SAVE Act's fate may be sealed, but Trump's attachment to it reveals more about his political strategy than his commitment to the legislation itself. As we watch the bill's progress, or lack thereof, it's essential to consider the underlying motivations driving Trump's actions. Is he genuinely invested in immigration reform, or is this a calculated move to maintain his political relevance? The answer may lie in the way Trump continues to frame the narrative around the SAVE Act. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Politics Uncovered. Join us next time for more in-depth analysis of the world of politics. Outro music, 20 to 2030.